And welcome back. Well, anyone who's had an MRI at the hospital can tell you it's not cheap.
Yeah, most of us pay more and more out of pocket than ever before, and that means we have to look at other, more affordable options. Joining us now is Eric Haberrichter from Smart Choice MRI, along with a very familiar face, one of our favorites. Sue Black is here with the Milwaukee Waves. So nice to have you, Sue.
Thanks for being here.
Cool, huh?
Thank you so much. It's great. We're going to talk about why athletes use this service in just a second. But Eric, let's talk a little bit about, it's a new plan year for a lot of people. A lot of people are dealing with higher deductibles than ever before. I know a high deductible plan is considered anything that exceeds $5,000. So more and more of our healthcare decisions are important because this money is coming directly out of our pockets.
Absolutely. The patient's share of their healthcare bills is bigger than ever between the high deductibles, co-payments, co-insurance. The finances of healthcare are really personal and really important.
How can you guys offer an MRI so cheap? Because the average price is close to $3,000 for an MRI, and you're able to offer them at close to $600.
Exactly $600, never more than that. There's really two reasons. Number one is we keep our overhead low. We don't have an emergency room or expensive surgical suites. Or a lot of doctors that are on our payroll. And secondarily, it's the goal of our business is to make it affordable, to have a single price for every patient that comes in, making it very fair, very easy to know what your out-of-pocket costs are going to be, and to hold that down, because I think that having things affordable in healthcare is important. It improves access, and best of all, we're doing this without cutting corners. We're maintaining that hospital quality, but focused on affordability and value.
Well, speaking of quality, that's what a lot of people are going to worry about. If you pay a lot less for an MRI, the quality is important because you're diagnosing sometimes very serious, conditions or problems.
Definitely. First thing we say is, a low quality MRI isn't a good deal no matter how inexpensive it is. So we really are working and focusing on quality, and we do that primarily by having the good equipment, the same as the hospital, the best techs in town, and most importantly, we utilize the services of the Cleveland Clinic, one of the best hospitals in the country, for the interpretation of the MRI. So your doctor can trust that he's getting the equipment that they have at the hospital, very good technical staff, and of course, one of the best interpretations they could get anywhere in the country.
I think that's important. All those little pieces that kind of come together to make the puzzle make sense. And for you, Sue, with the Milwaukee Wave, you guys can speak to the quality of those metrics.
Keeping those guys healthy, and getting a good diagnosis. I mean, it is about the team. I love the job and whatever, but getting to know these guys is just amazing. And we have so many different partners that we work with in the community, and just getting to know everybody, and everybody supports the team. So that's where the team goes. And again, we have to have a great diagnosis for these guys to keep them healthy on the field. We made it to the playoffs. So
I know.
On March 10th. But again, when you look at how many of the athletes go, well, actually, we don't want them to go there. Right? Isn't that the whole idea? But anyways, I was talking to the players about it, like, how do you, if you do have to go there, and they say it's just nice. It's a good fit for us.
And really what's a reason why? Are they mostly sports injuries that you need, that the players need MRIs?
Yeah, that if something happens, when we want to go in and make sure that they're healthy, and what actually is the diagnosis. So that's where we send them.
And speaking of quality, because people are going to say, okay, if it costs less and it's more affordable for the team, you have to be concerned with quality too. Do you feel like these tests are accurate and as good as you would get at a hospital?
Yeah, I mean, it's some of the questions with me being new. Those are all the questions of how does this work and how does that work, and that's why I asked the actual athletes themselves, are you happy, like, for real? And the answer is yes. And they really like just the convenience. It's right behind Miller Park. It's just right there, and again, keeping these guys healthy is key. So you can't cut corners on that, and you have to run a good business. Running the Wave is obviously about winning and the fun of it, but there's also the business aspect of it, and it works out really well for us.
How does somebody go about choosing it? Do you need a doctor referral? Can you just come to Smart Choice MRI?
No, MRI is only a medically necessary physician-ordered test, so we do need a doctor's referral. The important thing for patients to know is you do have a choice of where you go. So in many cases, the doctor works for the hospital, and he's going to have you go to the scanner at the hospital first. And you just have to tell the doctor, I want to make a different choice, and I want to choose value this time, and go to Smart Choice.
Now, one of the things that you offer is no matter how someone chooses to pay, all of your MRIs, and that includes contrast exams, are just $600 every day. No matter what, it's $600. The contrast exams, just for clarity, explanation sake, why are those important? Yeah.
Okay. In many many cases, in order to get the most accurate visualization of structures, especially with blood vessels and things like that, they use something called gadolinium. It gets injected into your vein. In many places, this doubles or even triples the cost of the exam because it takes a lot longer. There's a physician that's involved supervising the exam. So a big part of our model was, as a patient, you don't really make the decision of what type of exam you need to have. So knowing that there would be a single cost that was easy to understand and more affordable is a big part of what we're doing with that flat rate and transparency, which is so important in today's world of healthcare with higher costs.
Huge.
Yeah, and here's the information so you can find Smart Choice MRI. They're located in 2 different places. One right behind Miller Park on Miller Parkway on Taylor Drive, and then West Milwaukee and Sheboygan. The phone number's on your screen. The website you can visit is smartchoicemri.com for more information. Again, $600. Thanks so much for being here, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Here's
look
one
at
of
our
those
guy.
athletes we gotta keep feeling good.
I like